7 o'clock.
There is no regulation in this industry. The industry is allowed to police themselves.
Tonight, Vista Corp entering an agreement with EPA to begin cleanup in Moss Landing, where their battery storage facility went up in flames earlier this year. Good evening and welcome in to KION News at 11. We do begin with the Vista fire aftermath, but as Atta Shaheen tells us, the agreement doesn't do much to ease the minds of some people in Moss Landing, people who feel unsupported as they continue to deal with the fallout from the fire several months later.
We will do as much as possible to prevent further impacts to the community.
The Environmental Protection Agency announcing Wednesday Vista Corp signed an agreement with them to pay for and handle the battery removal and disposal at their plant. And if they fail to meet federal standards, the EPA will step in and take over cleanup. The group Never Again Moss Landing, formed after the January fire to advocate for safety, has little trust in the EPA.
Their air monitoring was totally insufficient. They were testing air at this level and saying that there's no problem with hydrofluoric gas. Since hydrofluoric gas is lighter than air, you're not going to get it at this level. So I'm not real confident that the EPA is on my side.
The EPA, however, projects a positive relationship with the community.
EPA has tasked Vista with writing a community involvement plan to ensure meaningful community engagement throughout the entire battery removal process.
Tanya Rivera said Never Again Moss Landing has been trying to have a meaningful sit-down with the EPA and Vista since January, but only got a half-hearted meeting last month. She said she thinks Vista and the EPA are actively keeping the public in the dark.
When they tell you that there's nothing to worry about, but the people that go on there are wearing hazmat suits and respirators, there's a problem.
And she wants answers.
We don't know what's in the ash. The ash has been sitting there since January. And it would be very simple to just give us that information. That data is there. They know what's in the ash. They could have it analyzed and bring it out.
She said the building should have been tented since the beginning and that wind has been picking up the ash and polluting Moss Landing. Vista is beholden to safety measures in the new agreement, constant air monitoring around the property, and a private firefighting company on site at all times. But Rivera says Vista and the EPA have a long way to go to earn back her trust.
The industry is allowed to police themselves. They're still making an insane amount of money and not doing anything for the community that they go into.
Well, the first step for cleanup here at the battery plant is scheduled for the coming weeks. That's stabilizing the building that burned. It's been inaccessible since January. Inside that building, around 100,000 battery modules, each of which are several hundred pounds. And once it's stable, Vista will then go in and remove them and take them to an off-site disposal area. However, it's unclear exactly where that will be. Reporting in Moss Landing, Atta Shaheen, KION News, Channel 46.
Thank you, Atta. Now we reached out to Vista for comment and are waiting to hear back.